So we were talking a little bit about, you said it's really busy here. One of the reasons it was hard for you to prepare for that algebra quiz and math is you just have so many things going on. So one of the things we talked about in group advising was to have a good time / self-management system. We wanted you to have a daily, a weekly, and a monthly plan. The second thing we talked about is you taking accountability for your time, right? And we actually handed something out at the group advising session so that you could look at that and figure out where all your time goes, right? So I asked you to bring several things today. One was that personal accountability sheet. One was your time management system, and the third was your syllabi. So can I take a look at your personal accountability sheet, please?
Yes, I have all that information right here. So here's
Wonderful.
my time management sheet right there.
Okay. Let's just take a look at this real quickly. Yeah, you spend a lot of time going to class, doing military things, all those kinds of things, right? So it does take up a lot of your day, all right? And every day leads into another one. So it's really important that you learn how to spend your time as well as effective as possible. I see, obviously sleeping takes up a lot of time, right?
Yep.
Okay, probably not enough.
No.
But you hope to be a good planner so you can get more sleep. So you say you might get a little distracted easily, all right? What happens when you get distracted, and how do you deal with that?
Usually when I get distracted, it's because I have things open on my computer, like Facebook or Netflix, or I'm on my phone. Sometimes what I'll do too is I'll try to just I'll turn off my phone so I don't have my phone distracting me.
Very
and
good.
Then for Facebook and stuff, I'll try and close all the different windows and tabs, and then just try to focus in on getting done what I need to get done. But it's just hard because you get that urge oh, let's see what's going on, or you get bored. And
Absolutely.
just get stuck in
You're a
the zone.
teenager, you're a freshman in college, and I understand that. But that's where your discipline comes in, right? And you've got to follow your plan. So once you figured up all the hours that are taken up by all these activities, it looks like you have 25 hours left, all right, during the week to do what you need to do. Okay. One thing I want to really ask you is, how do you spend the time in between your classes? As I was looking at your cadet academic schedule, it looks like you have 3 free periods on M days, M1, M6, and M7. You also, I asked you to bring some time management things in. Could you show me your weekly activity planner?
Yeah, so my weekly activity planner that you gave us, so it has all my classes in, and
Okay,
it
very
breaks
good.
it down in each hour. So
Turn it like this so I can see it. Thanks.
I basically filled in where I have my classes at, and then I also use the different blocks that I don't have classes to try to work on homework that I have.
Great.
And then I also have time blocked off for going down to the gym, and then going to dinner. And my day so starts at math at 6:45, and then usually trying to get to bed by 22:30 every day.
Okay, good. It means you're getting a fair amount of sleep, which is awesome. Okay, one thing that I really like that you have down here is that you're very specific on what you plan on doing during those hours. Do you find that you can stick to that?
Most of the time I feel like I can stick to that, and then usually what I'll do too is when I get something done, I'll cross it off on the box so I know that I got it done, and that gives me an opportunity if I finish something early to work on something the next day and get that crossed off too.
Awesome.
So
So
it opens up more time.
Gives you great satisfaction when you can check that off, doesn't it? And you learn to work ahead. That looks like you're very organized. Do you feel good about that?
I do feel pretty good about
Okay.
that. It's just a little hard to keep track of every week because you gotta print off a new sheet and do it again over and over again.
So maybe it would help you if you could print off a number of them. And maybe you could make an M day week and then a T day week. And that way you wouldn't have to fill out all those class times or the class periods. That way you could just fill out the rest of it. Okay? Because it will change.
Okay.
Right? And do you try to do that around Sunday night or so so you're organized for the week?
Usually I'll try and I'll get the blank tablet going midways through the week, and then as I start getting down later to the week, I'll start looking at it and getting it prepared, usually early on Sunday.
Okay.
So that way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week.
Absolutely, and you have a plan, okay? And then you might have to tweak it, but that's okay, all right? Well, now we've looked at that. Let's see your big monthly plan, your big picture plan,
Okay.
as part of your self-time management
So
system.
what I typically do for the big picture for the month is use the cadet planners that we got, and then I write everything that's going on for the whole month in the monthly calendar for it. So I have what's coming up in my classes this month all
Okay.
listed down.
Wonderful. Okay, that helps you get the big picture, doesn't it? So if
Yeah.
you have, say, a day that you have a couple things, pretty important things due, you might want to start more than the day ahead, right? So that helps you see the big picture, so that you can actually fill this out and have it be effective and meaningful. Right? That is a very good job. The other thing, besides just academic things you could put on here, you could put on any military training, or anything that you're doing maybe down at the gym, if there's something that you have to do, because that's all part of your time management system as well, right? So you don't want anything to interfere. This takes precedence, but there's also other duties you have. So
Okay.
it might be a good idea to start putting those on as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But that looks great, right? That's exactly what we asked you to do. Okay, let's look at your weekly planning in here.
So my weekly planning. So this week that I have coming up, I have a couple of assignments in behavioral science, and then in English. I just mainly have some reading going on this week. I do have a quiz on Wednesday in comp sci, so I'll have to get ready for that. And then
Looks like you're pretty busy on Thursday.
yeah, Thursday's kind of loaded. I've got English. I've got a couple of things to do in English with reading. I've also got a rough draft to do for MLA citation. And then I've got history, and that's always a long read because you have to read the whole chapter for the class the
Because
day
right,
before.
you have pop quizzes in that class, right?
Yes, there's
Okay,
always
so
a pop quiz in that class.
Absolutely. So make sure you keep doing that reading, all right? And stay on top of that. This is great. Now, what is different about this is I see that you've put real specific information on a daily basis in here. So you've put, when you have a reading assignment, you put the pages or the chapter in there, which is really important. Sometimes there's not room in here to do it. Really like how you've broken this down, all right? And that's why it's really important to do it ahead of time, so that you kind of know what you have, all right? You showed me a great monthly planner for August. Do you have the same thing done for September?
No.
No?
I haven't started September yet.
Okay. So what do you think I'm going to tell you?
I need to start September.
Right, because we're in the middle of August, right?
Okay.
And so to work 2 weeks ahead of time and to look in the future, you need to make sure you fill that out. So here's what I'd like you to do this weekend. Take your course syllabi, and that's the other thing I asked you to bring. Do you have those with you?
Yes, I keep. I have all the hard copies right now, and that's pretty much what I'm just using to go off of. And then I kind of just keep them all in this folder.
Okay, very good. So you have